how to make progress toward your health and wellness goals or your weight loss goals, or maybe even just some lifestyle changes that you are desiring to make. We're going to talk about that in today's video, and I'm going to be creating a 5 or 6 part series based on some mindset shifts that we really need to consider if we want to start making some lasting change to our health and wellness, and maybe even some physique goals or just general goals in your life, especially for us as aging women. And I define aging women as women who are going through hormonal seasons of change. No age requirement. If you find that the hormonal changes that are going on in your life are causing you some strife, or maybe some areas of your life that you're not happy with, this is the community that we really do strive to help find solutions for you to make an easier transition. So welcome. My name is Diane Parham. I am the creator of the online course, The Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, as well as a new course that we'll be offering soon called the Mindset Approach, where we really do focus on creating some of these mindset shifts to help us manage our life and get all the things that we say that we really want for ourselves. Today's video is really going to be focused on how to make progress, how to make forward progress, how to feel and see some of the changes that you're implementing in real time so that you stay motivated to stick to your goals. So this is going to be part 1 of our series. The first thing we need to consider when we are really evaluating ourselves, or maybe even sometimes judging ourselves on the progress that we are either making or maybe not making in the goals that we are attempting, is what's driving the desire for this change? What is your why for seeking out information or wanting to make change in the first place? And the why is really going to be the thing that you go back to when you are feeling frustrated, when you are feeling maybe a little defeated, or maybe you're feeling elated. It's going to be the reminder of why you're going to go through these changes and why it is you are seeking out that forward progress, like I mentioned just a little while ago. I recommend, when you're trying to figure out your why, that you keep asking yourself why until it becomes an emotional, heartfelt statement. I'll give you an example. So when I work with women and I ask them, why do you want to lose weight? A common answer that I get is so that I can fit an XYZ piece of clothing. And then I, as the coach, ask why that's important. Well, because I want to wear a dress to my son's wedding and I want to feel comfortable and confident in it. Okay, but why is that important to you? And I keep saying why until I get to the real emotional reason why someone is seeking out change. In this particular example, it might just be because she's noticed in her life that she's absent from a lot of family photos because she doesn't feel comfortable in the skin she's in. And she really wants to get to that wedding date in this particular dress and feel comfortable in the skin that she's in, so that when she's in these pictures, she sees herself the way she wants to see herself. Like, that's an emotional why. Just so you can fit in a dress is very surface level. It's kind of politically correct. It's what everybody wants to say, and you think that's what everybody wants to hear. But to see yourself in a family photo and have that record of you, and you being able to look at that photo and go, man, I was looking and feeling my best that day. I was fully present. What an amazing day for our family. It was so great to see my son get married, XYZ, whatever it is. And you want to capture that feeling for your future self, and you want to have that as part of your history. That is what I call an emotional why. So the emotional why that you come up with is going to be the thing that keeps you in the game, that keeps you in that forward movement and momentum, so you'll actually get the result that you say that you really want for yourself. And then the second thing that we want to do when we're really striving to make progress and not quit on ourselves is we want to make sure that we are taking away the pressure. So many times, especially with health goals or fitness goals or physique goals, there's some deadline that's attached to whatever it is we are signing up for. So if it's a fitness challenge or a weight loss challenge, or you're in some diet program and it's a 30-day program, your mind thinks that if you don't hit that goal by that date, that you have failed. And that is the farthest thing from the truth. So take the pressure off yourself and take as much time as needed, as long as you are being very honest with yourself about the choices that you are making and are they going to eventually lead to that goal that you have set for yourself. So taking that pressure off, and especially time-based pressure, will alleviate a lot of the mental and emotional stress and just allow your body to operate on its own time frame. The other tip that I want to share with you about making progress toward your goal is to remember you're starting at your day one. And a lot of times the advice that we are seeking out, or the advice that we are receiving, they're usually from experts or people who have already reached their goal and have a story to tell about how they got there. And we can very easily start playing the comparison game with ourselves and them. So remember, everyone is on their own journey. Your day one should never be compared to someone's year 8. Where I'm sitting at year 8 of this lifestyle. And in no way should you compare where you're starting to where I am today, because I started at a day 1 too. So make sure that you are checking in with yourself and realizing that you have to have a starting point, and the journey that you are going to create for yourself is going to be the days that you add on to that. And eventually you'll have years under your belt and a success story that you can tell for yourself. Another excellent tip I love to share about how to make progress, and especially progress that you want to have stand the test of time, is to be fully committed, or what I like to call going all in. You have to go in with whatever it is that you are embarking on with the feeling and the belief that this is going to work for you, because you've already done your research. You've already seen proof that other people have had success. So why not you? But the why not you comes from you being all in. So many women come to me so frustrated because they've tried 50 other things and none of those things work. And if this one doesn't work in X amount of time, they're just going to completely give up all hope. That is really not fair to do to yourself. A lot of times when we have tried 50 other things and they didn't work, it's because we are playing the comparison game. We haven't gone all in. We haven't clearly defined our why, and we're just not committed to seeing it all the way through. So if you're embarking on something new today, as you're watching this video, go all in. Be fully committed on what it is that you say that you really want and what that why statement is that you came up with, and don't quit until you reach your goal. Being committed and really finding a win for yourself will change your mindset about what is possible for you. And the only difference between this goal that you're setting and the 50 other that you didn't achieve is the fact that you're not going to quit. When we seek out to reach a goal, when we are seeking out to get to a goal that we are setting for ourselves, the thing that we really have to keep on the forefront of our mind is progress over perfection. Because the truth is, there's no perfect plan, there's no perfect person, there's nothing that is going to be perfect enough to keep you in the game if you're not fully committed. And if you're not willing to just commit to the progress that needs to be made day in and day out on rinse and repeat. So give yourself a little space and a little grace to get it imperfect. Making some mistakes, having some bad days are all part of the process. And you're going to learn something from those imperfect days and maybe just slipping up here and there if you're paying attention and you are all in mentally and emotionally. The lessons that we learn when things aren't perfect are the lessons that stick with us. And most of the time, if you're paying attention and you're learning from those lessons, they won't be repeated. Those mistakes will be a one and done, and you will have learned from them. It's always about the progress you're making. So make sure you're keeping track of the things that you're doing and let go of perfectionism. It doesn't exist. Oftentimes when we are seeking out some lifestyle changes, or we're seeking out to make some changes within ourselves, we think that every day is supposed to feel amazing because we're doing good things and we're making positive changes. But the truth is, you're going to have some days that are going to feel hard. You're going to have those days where you feel like giving up will be easier. We know that that is not true. The best way to overcome the days that don't feel good are to just take a deep breath and know on the other side of that day that doesn't feel good is usually where we have the best progress. It's where our body or our brain is going to make the biggest change. Growth is not easy. Improvement is not easy. Making positive changes for ourselves is not going to always be easy. But if you make it through the hard days, then the days that feel amazing are going to be that much more amazing for you. 2 more tips for today's video. Consistency over time is where we win. Consistently showing up for you, that why statement, knowing that it's the future results that you're going to get. It's this future life that you are dreaming of. It's the future version of you and the changes that you want to make that you have to stay in the game for. Consistency is where we win the game. The time part is you just simply not quitting. Don't give up on yourself. How long is it going to take for you to reach the goal that you set for yourself? We don't know yet because we've never stuck it through long enough to get to that goal. Make this situation the time that you will go all in for however long it takes. It may take months, it might take years, but the result that you'll get at the end of that will always be worth the consistency over time that you have committed to yourself. The consistency is just you keeping your word, and the time is you just not giving up. It's as simple as that. So what I want you to think about, a little mindset shift about the word consistency, is just simply you keeping a promise to yourself. Don't go back on your word. If you say you are going to do something, do the thing. If you say you're going to show up somewhere, show up. Consistency is simply telling yourself that you are worth it. Make yourself a priority. Be selfish in your decision-making process. Once you battle that urge to quit, once you battle that little inner dialogue that is often telling us that it's okay if we just skip it this one time, if you can quiet that little voice and you can change the new dialogue in your brain to your worth, sticking to your word, your worth showing up, this little extra effort is going to pay off for you, and you can convince yourself that this is what you say you really want for yourself, everything will start to fall into place for you. You will start to see and feel the results that you were hoping for, and you will convince your brain that you are worth keeping a promise to yourself. If you're not the type of person that breaks promises to other people, then make sure you're also the type of person who's not breaking those promises to yourself. This is simply how you make progress. Take the pressure off. Take all the time that you need to get to that thing that you say that you really want for yourself. And the thing that you say you really want for yourself is formulated in your why statement. Keep asking yourself why until you get to the truth. It should make you feel emotional. Your eyes might even well up with a little bit of tears. When you can get to that place with your why, it'll be so personal to you that you won't let anything take you away from achieving that goal. Be fully committed. Go all in. Don't have any doubts, and keep reminding yourself you are worth it. Let go of the perfectionism. It's just progress. Are you moving in a forward motion? Are you doing better today than you did yesterday? And do you have hope that tomorrow will even be better than what it is you're experiencing today? Know that there will be bad days, and that's okay. It just helps us appreciate the good days even better. Don't quit on the days that don't feel fantastic. Usually those are the days that we see progress made and we start to have that growth and change is happening. And then the last thing that we really want to consider when we're hoping to make progress in something is that we don't break promises to ourselves. And that's simply sticking with something consistently over time until you've reached your goals. Don't break the promise to yourself, and simply don't quit. That is all consistency over time means. And then you are worth it. You deserve to wake up every day looking and feeling your best and doing that in your most authentic way. And that happens when we just stick to something and start making progress. We will build the confidence and we will see and feel the results that will make everything so worth it. Thanks for tuning into today's video. I would love to hear what it is you are wanting to make some progress in or toward. You can leave me a comment in the comment section below. Sharing with our community also helps you stay accountable to you and will pay it forward to another woman who is wanting to make progress for herself as well. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure you subscribe subscribe to the YouTube channel so you will be notified when I upload the next part to our series about making mindset shifts. And then, of course, I always love when you throw me a little thumbs up so that I know that this is information that is resonating with you. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure that you get on my email list. We are launching our Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course every month. Our next one will be at the beginning of November, depending on when you're watching this video. And then I'm also going to be opening up our Mindset Approach course to our community as well. And you will only be notified about that via email. So I love it when you guys jump on my email list. If you have any questions about anything that I shared with today, or you would like me to dive in deeper to any part of today's conversation, again, you can reach out to me via email, or you can leave me a comment in the comment section below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video.